how am I still living the life of a Sigma woman? Or am I only a Sigma woman when I have the letters on my chest? Am I only a Sigma woman when I'm around other sorors, you know? What's up, y'all? Kirarai here, and we're back with another video. If you're returning to my channel, then welcome back. And if you are new, if you like what you see, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And if not, that's okay too. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Okay guys, so I guess these videos, my Sigma related videos, are aimed towards a specific audience, but at the same time, anyone is welcome to watch them, you know, like maybe you can take some advice away from it, whatever it is. My channel's going in a different direction, as I said in my last video, but I wanted to also like start incorporating a little bit more Sigma content in there every now and then. It's not going to be majority of my content, but I have recently been receiving a lot of questions Sigma related, and so I want to make sure that I'm not just like completely neglecting that section of my audience, because everyone matters, everyone's important, and I want to reach everyone in the multitude of ways that I can. So yeah, anyway, like I said, I've been receiving a lot of questions, and I've also been having my own realizations about what it means to be in a sorority and all that stuff, and I want to begin like sharing that with you guys. So for this specific video, I wanted to talk about what it means to be a Sigma woman. You know, what does it mean to, and this doesn't relate just to like Sigma, it can be what it means to be an Alpha woman, what it means to be a Delta woman. You know, I'm not a part of those organizations, as you guys can see, but it's like there is so much more to being a part of a sorority, or there should be so much more to being a part of a sorority or fraternity than just having letters and going to events and strolling and community service, all that stuff. Y'all know that video that sound that have been going around where it's like, it's the way you act. It's the way you act. It's truly the way that you act, okay? When I joined Sigma, I knew that it was a sorority for me. You know, like there were certain things that were aligning with what I care about as an individual and just like what I want to do in the future. You know, I am passionate about education, and it is nice to have this community of people out there that can relate, you know, and I can connect with them and, you know, network and all that stuff. But I've also been thinking a lot about that side of Greek life that is very like clout oriented. You know, it's very much like, oh, who do I know? How can I get into the clubs? Not the clubs, child. How can I get into the parties? How can I whatever? I want to go to the next hump night and shake that monkey or do strolls, whatever it is. And my second to last Sigma video that I released, I talked about why I wasn't joining grad chapter, and part of it was due to burnout from coming from a small chapter, but also a good section of it was due to like just like the clouds and like the just like the culture, I guess, of Greek life. And I didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I was like, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a step back. And so with that being said, in this time period that I've had away from the chapter, I'm still not an active member. I just wanted to really talk about what it means to be a Sigma woman. You know, what does it mean to be a person, a part of this sorority, of this fraternity? You know, how am I actually living the life that the mission statement says, rather than just saying I'm doing these things just because I have these letters strapped on my chest, you know? I don't want to like generalize or assume, but from my experience so far with certain groups of people, not everyone, please do not generalize this information, but with certain groups of people or certain sorors or, you know, members of part of other organizations, it has been very much like, I'm doing this, I'm a la 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 woman, I'm a la 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 man, but it's like, I don't want to be around you, or like, I don't want to whatever. Like when I think about what it means to be a blank woman, a Sigma woman, Alpha woman, whatever it is, I want to be inspired by the stuff that you're doing. Like I think about our international Grand Basilisk, like she's been doing like really big things, and it's inspiring, and I'm like, how she carries herself, that decorum, I'm like, that is a Sigma woman. And so I guess what I'm getting at is that, like, are we just talking, or are we living the life? You know, and what does it mean? What does it look like to live a life of someone that's a leader, to live a life of someone that is, you know, passionate about education and doing the work, all that stuff. And I am not saying this in any way saying that like I am like up here what, because no, your girl's still figuring out her life. I am not perfect. Shoot, nobody's perfect. Like, I'm not whatever. But there was a moment in my life leaving undergrad where I was like, okay, when it comes to Greek life, I don't want people to think of the negative things. You know, I don't want people to see me and generalize me as X, Y, and Z. Oh, she was at every party. Oh, she knows how to shake that monkey. Oh, she knows how to whatever. Like, I don't want to be associated with that, because truth is, there comes a time when I'm like, you're not surrounded by that anymore. You're not going to be an undergrad forever. You're not going to have access and you know, be able to go to the hump nights day in and day out. You may not even be able to financially be a part of a chapter. Like right now, that's where I am. Like, I don't have the financial means to join a chapter right now. I also am still like trying to figure out my life in grad school, so like that's another reason also. But it's just like, okay, so when I'm not around these areas, when I'm not in these communities, when I'm not surrounded by other sorors, like, or other organizations, how am I still living the life of a Sigma woman? Or am I only a Sigma woman when I have the letters on my chest? Am I only a Sigma woman when I'm around other sorors, you know? Like, I hope that's all making sense. I really hope it's making sense, child. If it's not, just let me know. If it is, let me know too. I think that there are a lot of people in Greek life who are doing really amazing things. And even in my sorority, and like, I knew that before I joined, you know, I had my own assumptions about sorority and fraternities. You know, I had my own, you know, just perspectives, and a lot of them were stereotypical. But now that I'm in it, I'm like, there are so many things about us in these organizations that don't fit those stereotypes at all. And so I'm like, I guess I'm just wanting to find a way to help change that narrative, you know, change the assumptions that people make about women in sororities and men in sororities. And I think that part of changing that assumption is, yes, going to the events, going to the community service, you know, doing all of those things, but also when you don't have the letters on, make sure how you carry yourself, make sure all, like, who you are developing as a regular person outside of those Greek letters. Like, make sure that is in alignment with the mission and the organization, and like whatever it is, like your, you know, class, whatever it is that your organization embodies. That way, when people encounter you, it's like they don't know you by your letters. They just know you as this like wonderful, amazing, you know, nice, kind-hearted person. And then when they find out, oh, you're a part of Sigma, oh, you're a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha, you're a part of whatever, like, then they're like, oh, like, these people are wonderful. Like, I might want to join this organization. Like, just finding a different way to like change the narrative essentially is what I'm trying to get at. These are my thoughts. You may not agree with my thoughts, that's totally fine. And if you do, then like, great, I'm happy to go into more discussion about it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Again, if you have questions, just let me know. I'm more than happy to talk about my Sigma journey, everything that it is navigating this, because I also feel like there's this perception of like, oh, you join an organization and that's it. Like, you don't hear anything else except like, do your research, or like, this is how not to whatever, like la 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 la. And mind you, I am gonna make videos like that because they are useful for people who are wanting to join the organizations. But I also want to make videos that show that, like, that showcase that the work doesn't stop once you get in the organization. Like, there are things that you can do as a person, a part of this organization, that represent the organization, whether you are an active member or not. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next time.